How we doing, folks? So you can see there I've just finished some mechanical work on this Audi. One of my regular customers, it suffered from a fuel pressure loss. We attended it a couple of days ago. Turned out it was a fuel leak. Now this job was a bit of a faff, to be honest with you. So we've been at it today. We've been on it for a few hours. We've just completed it. I'll just show you what I've changed here. So I've got a couple of spare ones. I bought a couple of packets. What we've done is, what's happened is, I'll show you on the video actually, but I'll explain to you this first, is the O-rings perished. But you'll see why that's perished in this video that I'm going to show you. So we've got a bit of bad news for this customer. So basically these two bolts here were loose, which I know is a common issue, but this had the recall done by Audi. These two bolts were tight, so these two were the only ones that were holding it in. And you can see there how that's sitting. It's obviously not going to seal properly. Now I do not know if this has damaged this fuel rail. We might need a fuel rail because that does not look, it might have, you know, bent it out a bit. I do not know yet, but we'll find out. The holes aren't stripped or anything, which is a good thing. So I'm hoping if we can get this end out, it should go back in, you know, fairly decent. We'll see. So you've seen there that the O-ring itself was perished due to the bolt coming loose. Now this car in particular was in, not that Peugeot, the Audi was in Audi to get a recall done. I don't know when, but it did have the recall for these bolts not being torqued correctly. So it's happened again. What's happened is one of the bolts have either been loose or not been torqued correctly again. We've just tightened them up to, you know, what we feel like is tight, rather than following a torque spec, because obviously it's not doing the job. One of the bolts actually broke as well. I don't think I've got the bit, but luckily enough I did have a bolt that was suitable for it. Alright, apart from obviously the O-ring, that's where it was leaking from. This is the special toolkit that you get. Just comes with some dies, a little sleeve to put the new Teflon seal over. This is a fairly cheap kit. I think this was about 30 quid, so hopefully it does the trick. Yeah, let's get this done and get it back on the car, and hopefully no further leaks. So we'll just keep an eye on the fuel pressure here, because I'll show you the number one injector, which is the one that was leaking, is right next to the alternator, which obviously isn't an ideal place for us to be. And one way to check for leaks is just have a look underneath, make sure there's nothing spraying out. Obviously this is high pressure fuel. Can't remember the specific range it works at, but according to this scan tool it's sitting at 109 bar now, so pretty high pressure. So if you've got one of these, keep in mind you'll need that tool. Trying to get those Teflon seals over the injector, you're just going to damage the Teflon seal, because I already did. That's why I've got a few extra packets. Someone suggested to me that they've had success with, you know, stretching these out a wee bit and using an oversized cable tie. I did not, so I just bought the tool. The tool was, you know, cheap enough. But yeah, that's what I've been up to tonight. Cheers.